Hey, what's up? Welcome along to Jay's YouTube channel. We thought we'd switch it up today and do an interview with Jay, the man himself.
Me.
Let's do it at your place right here. Let's get to know you a little bit.
Excellente.
So I've written down a few questions and let's find out.
I'm intrigued.
You're intrigued? Hey, if you've got some questions for Jay, you should totally put them in the comments below as well. So
What do we got?
let's get into it. All right, so Jay, before you got into Amazon, what were you doing? Okay.
I was studying at Unitech.
Uh-huh.
I was studying Bachelor's of Architecture at Unitech, and I was working at Dick Smith.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay, which is like an electronics store if you don't know about Dick
Yeah.
Smith. They sell computers and things like that. Okay.
And
Yeah.
also I worked at places like HRV and Xerox.
Wow, doing sales.
Yeah, knocking on doors and selling things.
Wow, true hustler right here. Okay, so Jay's actually told me a bit about the story of how he got into Amazon and stuff, but I kind of want to put it out there to you. So you were door knocking, so clearly like that takes a lot of courage and man, that must be tough. Tell us about that. What was it like door knocking?
It was tough. You had to be resilient.
Yep.
You definitely got cool things.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It is definitely door knocking. You know, I've seen a lot of things there, heard a lot of things there in the industry. But yeah, the hardest part was to pick yourself up after rejection, after rejection, after rejection.
Wow.
And keep that energy positive for that next door.
Man, what a challenge.
That was a challenge, but I learned a lot. I tell you, I learned so much, and I apply those principles in my business today. So
I can imagine, yeah, because so you got into Amazon, and I've heard you say quite a few times, it's not all unicorns and rainbows. So there is some challenge involved in building an Amazon business, right?
absolutely, it is not all unicorns and rainbows as
Tell
you
us
say.
about that.
Because personally, I have, you know, Amazon has taught me a lot. I've had my accounts suspended. I've had my listing suspended. I always say there are five areas to selling online: product selection, suppliers, branding, shipping, and selling. I've lost and failed in all five areas, and it's because of that I'm able to, I guess, become more confident. And it is definitely not all unicorns and rainbows as it's painted on the internet, as you may have come across.
Yeah, absolutely. So
Definitely a learning ground there.
but I'm assuming because you've been through those challenges, you know how to solve those problems for everyone that's watching right now.
Absolutely, you know, it's a big thing. Your failures really do make you, because there were many times where I had no money to buy products to sell, right? So I had to use the skills that I had learned from my failures and sell my skills to companies and actually help them actually sell their products and perhaps get out of the hole that they're currently in with their products. So it's been a huge confidence booster, and it's made me a more confident person with any product, any market.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So you can help out
Absolutely.
anybody that wants to sell on Amazon.
I think so. I'm confident enough to say that. I think so.
That's cool. That's really cool. So you've had a lot of struggles with Amazon in the past, and you've learned from those as well. But tell us, what is it that you love about selling on Amazon? What makes it all worth it? You know, is there a point where you get to where it's a lot easier than at the start, where it's a real grind by the sounds of it?
Yes, it's definitely a grind at the beginning, because you're learning the platform, you're learning how to sell to people, how to market to people, learning about imagery, keywords, how to convince people using the right colors, the right words, all that stuff. So there's a learning curve required. But you do come to a point where when you've mastered this all, you're able to take on any product and actually, you know, work on it to make it work, rather than saying this is not going to work. So that's the difference. Once you have failed enough times, you learn how to actually make things work.
Wow.
That's been the biggest takeaway for me in my experience.
Man, you just become so much smarter and such an amazing entrepreneur. Once you learn those skills, how to market, how to
Exactly.
sell. I mean, that's a
Exactly.
transferable skill to like
really is.
any business that you could do.
Any business, absolutely.
That's amazing.
I have, like when I first started, I was obviously only selling my products, which is where everyone starts.
Yeah.
Over time, I was able to transfer that over to companies. I obviously work with companies and sell their products, and of course teaching and consulting as well to students. So this is a skill that is, you can transfer it over in many different areas. You know, it's a cat that can be skinned in many different ways.
Wow.
And it's the space is actually growing at an alarming rate. You know, I was reading not long ago, e-commerce has accelerated 4 to 6 years because of COVID-19.
Ooh, well, get in. This is an exciting space to be in. So it's
really
not
is.
too late to get involved.
Absolutely not. It's only the beginning.
Oh, wow. That's
so.
exciting.
I think so.
You need to get on board if you haven't already. Okay, I've got a few more questions written down. Okay, so we've talked about some of your biggest struggles. We've talked a bit about your work history. We've talked about what makes it all worth it to you? Like what makes it all worth it to you? Like the lifestyle. We're sitting in a pretty cool house right now.
Yeah.
With a beautiful view outside. Like it's amazing.
I think
you've done other jobs in the past.
Yeah. Well, I guess why I really got involved with this online business even before Amazon, because Amazon came, afterwards. The reason I quit my job and went into this whole thing, this online world, is one, because I just did not want to have a 9-to-5 job, and I wanted to be able to do things on my own time and only do things that I actually enjoyed. And the things that I enjoyed was design, creating products, and selling things. So those are the things that I actually ended up pursuing, which is designing products and selling products online.
That's cool.
And one thing I loved about sales was that I was able. There's no ceiling with sales. When you get a
selling on Amazon, you can just sell more
and more. And once you've mastered how to sell one product, it doesn't take you any more effort to launch a second one or a third one. It's a rinse and repeat situation, because now you've mastered how to sell products, but you must get to that point when you've mastered it. Yeah. Otherwise, you're just falling over all the time.
Yeah. Absolutely. Now I know you're a busy guy. You're a bit of a hustler, but what do you like to do in your spare time, which you can have if you're selling things on Amazon? What is it that you like to get up to outside of working on the business?
I honestly, if you had asked me before my entrepreneurial days, I would have said I love playing video games or playing cricket or hanging out with my mates. But these days, I love to travel.
Yeah?
Traveling is just amazing.
Well, you got an idea coming up. You want to travel overseas, don't you?
Yeah, I'm traveling overseas right now. So I want to travel. I want to practice this online business, which I've actually built so hard for, to actually go out there and actually put it to use, travel, and work at the same time. So my hobbies have now all been around discovery and travel, and I still play Call of Duty here and there. I won't lie. Nice. But mainly what gets me up is travel and meeting people and seeing new cultures and seeing new perspectives. And one thing that I'm really intrigued by is our history, human history.
Yeah.
I look at architecture and I look at people. I read script. It's just I'm really intrigued by how we got to this place we are today.
Cool.
The history of that's where I spend my time, man.
100%. Wow, that's interesting. Nice. Well, I hope to see some videos of you traveling around the world. History in the future. So where would you like to take your Amazon business in the future?
That's a good question, because many Amazon sellers get into this business because they want to quit their job, or perhaps take their already existing offline business online, or perhaps they have got a great product, eco-friendly product or non-plastic product. They really want to change the world. Whatever the reason may be, they've got the product. That's where you start. But eventually, I develop my business model to serve, not just sell products. So obviously, I can, if I want to, just sell my products and not do these YouTube videos and put content out. But the way I see my path taking is, obviously I've launched my products, I've sold my products, companies' products, I've sold products, help people sell their products. Now naturally where my path is leading me to is education and truth, because there's a lot of misinformation out on the market today.
That all over YouTube, everyone's popping up with the ads and stuff. No, you are, but you're a real Kiwi guy that we can relate to.
Exactly.
I know you're a trustworthy dude.
So my theory, my goal is to bring truth, because I have learned a lot on my journey, watching videos and learning from other people. And there was many times I tripped, many times I made mistakes, even though I was watching videos. And I find that many people are promoting content based on their experiences. And if we want to serve others, you really got to bring yourself down to their level of understanding of buying and selling.
Gotcha.
Right? And then build with them on top.
Wow.
Instead of screaming from the top saying, sell on Amazon, here's how much you can make, here's how much you can make. You got to really bring yourself down and say, okay, what do you understand about buying and selling? Have you sold on Trade Me before? You must have sold at least a car before. Okay, let's start from there.
Nice. Wow.
And then build it all up, because typical way of selling is you sell online, on Trade Me, you get the details, and then you wait for the payments to clear, you ship the product out and make sure they've received it, wait for the reviews and feedback. That's a lot of work, especially when you start to sell in hundreds and thousands. And the reason I love Amazon is because that all dirty work, which I just spoke about, we don't have to worry about it. You know, I don't have to worry about picking, packing, and serving my products, selling my products, and shipping my products. Amazon is actually doing that for me while I am perhaps traveling.
Yeah.
So it's
That's cool.
it's a great business to be in. And to answer your question, where do I see this going? Is to build to serve this space and the community with truth of what's actually really happening and what you really need to actually be successful in this business model. And also, how do you protect yourself? What happens if Amazon shuts down tomorrow?
Oh wow!
You know, that's a big
man,
question.
that's forward thinking.
Yeah.
I love it how you're saying how you really want to break it down for you if you're watching and you haven't even started an Amazon business yet, and you haven't got any experience with selling and things. You really want to come right down to that level and pretty much hold their hand through it and just guide them through to success.
Exactly.
That's super
and
cool.
it does take time.
It does take time.
Some
yes.
people do it in 3 months, 6 months, and some people do it in 3 years, 2 years, 1 year. It really depends on who it is. I always say in my family, there's mom, dad, grandma, brother. All of them, if they started an Amazon business, no matter how much training they had, they would all have their own different speeds.
Okay, gotcha.
You know?
But surely the training definitely helps.
Absolutely.
Right? Yeah. Otherwise you're going in blind. Like,
Absolutely.
it's going to speed it up a lot more.
Yeah, exactly. But everyone's pace is different. You know?
Yeah, gotcha.
Everyone's pace on understanding and processing. The oldest person I've worked with is a 75-year-old.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And I know how people in different ages process information or hear information.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Wow, that's really cool. And I think the more people that you will have worked with, the more different scenarios you've seen.
Absolutely.
So you become this real hub for knowledge in it.
Yeah.
And so you can help more people. But because you're helping more people, it's like a flywheel effect.
Exactly.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, and then we'll just go final question. What would you like to say to Jeff Bezos, the founder of Amazon, if he was sitting right here with you?
God, I am actually lost for words.
He's hooked you up, eh?
I don't know what to. I genuinely don't know what to say. I mean, he's obviously I appreciate that dude a lot. He's a very forward. He's a visionary. He's obviously started with solving the buying and selling problem. Now he's moved over to cloud computing, and of course he's going to, I'm sure, move into space as well somehow, some way.
Yeah, he's doing that Blue Origin.
But I think he's an extraordinary man. All I want to say is just thank you, man, because it's obviously has brought this evergreen process of buying and selling and consolidated it for everyone. Started with the US, Canada, UK, France, Italy, now Australia, India. So it is a great a hub, if you will, of buying and selling, and that's a really, really hard thing to do, to bring the world together, the buying and selling economy, the whole world together into one platform.
Wow.
That's tough, man.
Yeah, I can imagine. It doesn't sound easy at all.
At all. So yeah, thank you, Jeff Bezos.
Yeah, thank you, Jeff Bezos. That's fantastic.
And bring it to New Zealand.
Yeah.
That is one thing.
100%.
Bring Amazon to New Zealand.
Oh, 100%. That would be so cool. Hey, so if you've got any questions for Jay, you need to hit him up. That's what this whole YouTube channel is about, is dedicated to helping you, right, Jay?
That's right. It's going to be, like I said, like we talked about earlier, there's not going to be a rainbows or unicorns YouTube channel. This is going to be
the truth.
This is going to be someone who started from shoestring budget, not someone who quit their job and already had 6 figures in their bank account and just launched products.
Yeah.
I genuinely started from shoestring budget and actually had to borrow for most of my product launches. So I do value the value of money and how to get it together and put it to good use.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, fantastic. Well, thanks for hanging out, Jay.
Yeah.
And yes, like we said, if you've got any questions for Jay, totally comment them below. And Jay, I'm sure looks forward to seeing you on the next video.
Absolutely. Thanks for watching.
Cheers, brother.